Justice for Randall Adjessom, a 60-year-old shot by Alabama police.
Filing a federal wrongful death lawsuit against the city and police officers who fatally shot a 16-year-old during a raid last year.
Attorneys for the family say police shot Randall Adjessom in cold blood and argue it was racially motivated.
Our Brendan Kirby speaking with the family and one of the lawyers. He also got a response from the city.
The sun had not yet come up on the morning of November 13th last year when the Mobile Police Department used a battering ram to knock down the front door of a home on Sheringham Drive off of Cottage Hill Road. Police were trying to arrest Randall Adjessom on a drug charge. They later learned he wasn't there. A lawsuit filed last week in U.S. District Court alleges that an officer fired 4 times at Adjessom's 16-year-old brother, Randall Adjessom, hitting him in the midsection and killing him. Police say the teen pointed a gun at officers. Adjessom's older sister, Janice Adjessom, says her brother was smart, resourceful, selfless, and caring.
I still can't believe Randall is gone. I won't be celebrating Christmas with us. But he was so kind. He was so gentle. We loved him, and he loved us beyond belief. Randall should be alive today. We are seeking justice in Randall's name and pray through the courts we can get help stop the senseless police attacks.
The incident was the 4th violent encounter in 2023 involving police officers that resulted in a death. It prompted Mayor Sandy Stimpson to order a halt to pre-dawn raids in all but extraordinary circumstances. A city spokesman says Mobile doesn't comment on pending litigation, but Paul Prine, who was the police chief then, said at the time that Adjessom pointed a laser-sighted pistol at the officers.
I'm confident in this scenario that our officers, multiple officers, did everything they could to knock and announce and make their presence known before making entry into the residence.
Elizabeth Bailey, an attorney for the family, disputes that. She says the body camera footage shows that officers already were breaking into the house when they yelled police. She says Adjessom had a gun because he thought it was a burglary.
Our review of the footage shows that as soon as Randall realized that it was the police and not an intruder, he started making moves that would suggest that he was not an aggressor and he was not going to hurt them. You saw the laser pointer point towards the wall. He begins raising his hands. He begins backing up. And in that window, the police still shoot him.
Bailey says attorneys haven't yet identified the officers involved, but she says the individual officers weren't the only ones at fault. She cited the department's, quote, culture and alleged that it failed to provide proper training. Reporting in Mobile, Brendan Kirby, Fox 10 News.
Before I start this video, I'd like to thank KC Sips T on TikTok for the story. Now, this incident happened last year, and this is for the first time we can talk about this case. Randall Adjessom, a 16-year-old boy, was in his home when Mobile Police, from Mobile, Alabama, so Mobile Police, in a no-knock warrant, broke into this home trying to find another person. His older brother, well, unfortunately, he wasn't there. Instead, they shot the 16-year-old kid, deleted. Yes, he had a gun because he thought it was an intruder. Do you know what do you know who you remind you of? It reminds you of Breonna Taylor. Remember Breonna Taylor case? How in Kentucky, like they did the same thing in that situation? How the boyfriend thought that it was an intruder, turns out it was police. See, they need to end this no-knock warrant stuff, for real. Before more people have been, deleted. And again, this is not gonna stop. It's not gonna stop. It's funny that you thought you would have learned a lesson with the Breonna Taylor case and other cases like this, and and also on Tatiana Jefferson case in Dallas. We all thought we learned a lesson for that, but I guess we don't learn a lesson. And this incident happened in Alabama, in Mobile, Alabama, by the way. But he thought that there was an intruder, and then once they broke into the house, they finally said police, and then all of a sudden he was humble, and unfortunately, they they shot and deleted this teenage boy. And this incident happened last year, and this is for the first time we're talking about this year. And again, this reminds you of Breonna Taylor and Tatiana Jefferson. The only difference is that both of these situations were women. This is sad, people. I'm just disgusted on this case. And then now, you got an innocent kid who was minding his own business and tried to protect the family, thought it was an intruder and ended up being a police officer, and all of a sudden, bang, 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 he's deleted. Another Tatiana Jefferson and another Breonna Taylor. My thoughts and prayers goes to his family. I hope they will receive justice in this case. And then you notice that every time they did not identify the police officer in who did this. They kept that, they protected him, right? They kept that under wraps, which is also ridiculous. Let me know what you think about that in the comments.